Remember those nights out at Bonanza Steakhouse, savoring juicy steaks and loading up at the salad bar? Sadly, this Dan Blocker-founded chain has nearly vanished, with just 3 locations left in 2023. But Bonanza isn't alone. Let's explore 15 beloved 1970s restaurants that once ruled the roost but have now faded into history. Bonanza Steakhouse. If you are craving a delicious steak dinner, Bonanza Steakhouse was the place to go in the 1970s. Everyone who enjoyed getting a little extra, without having to pay a little extra, was eligible for Bonanza. Bonanza Family Restaurant extends an invitation to you. America's passion for steaks was sparked by Bonanza, and during this time, steaks were regarded as a staple food. Dan Blocker, who portrayed the well-known character Eric Cartwright on the television series Bonanza, founded the steakhouse in 1963. He made the decision to open a restaurant serving tender fillets and sizzling T-bones, among other juicy steaks. There was something for everyone at Bonanza. They used to have a salad bar full of fresh vegetables and delectable dressings, and they also served a variety of sides like mashed potatoes and crispy fries. People flocked to Bonanza Steakhouse for special occasions and enjoyed their meals there. A financial crisis befell Bonanza Steakhouse in 2008, forcing the restaurant to file for bankruptcy and abruptly close over 100 locations. There are only 3 Bonanza locations left in the U.S. as of 2023. Ponderosa Steakhouse. Ponderosa was the place to go for steak dinner in the 1970s, when disco was in and everyone was rocking bell-bottoms. 3 businessmen who loved steak, Dan Alter, Norm Wiss, and Charles K.S., started Ponderosa in Cookeville, Indiana, in 1965. In 1971, they relocated the corporate office to Dayton, Ohio. Couples, families, and friends flocked to this restaurant for reasonably priced meals. Entering Ponderosa Steakhouse was like being hit by the incredible aroma of seared steaks. They would serve you mouth-watering T-bones and juicy ribeyes that would make your fingers itch. Ponderosa boasted an all-you-can-eat buffet with sides like buttery corn, mashed potatoes, and crisp salads, as well as steaks to satisfy any craving. Consumers were consistently happy with the caliber. At its height of popularity, Ponderosa had more than 700 locations in 1989. But by 2008, the scene had completely changed, with only 400 restaurants still open. This was mostly because of the difficult economic climate and shifting consumer tastes. When the company went through a Chapter 7 liquidation process in 2008, more than 300 locations had to close, which worsened the situation. The once thriving chain had just 13 locations by the end of 2023 and was still having financial difficulties. This drop is indicative of how unstable the restaurant business is and how crucial it is to adjust to changing market conditions. The Brown Derby. Hollywood dining was defined by the renowned Brown Derby. The architecture of this restaurant was distinctive, with a golden brown structure resembling a derby hat. It was an extremely eye-catching design that would draw attention from drivers. Wilson Misner opened it in 1926. The Brown Derby swiftly evolved into a dining spot frequented by directors, actors, and business insiders. The eatery offered traditional American fare with a nod to vintage Hollywood glamour. There were many ethnic dishes on its menu, including tender seafood and juicy steaks. Cobb salads with lots of fresh ingredients were also available. But the Brown Derby had difficulties, just like a lot of large eateries. Over time, the ownership of this restaurant changed, and eventually, in the 1980s, the original Brown Derby restaurant abruptly closed. The Derby hat-shaped dome is still there, despite the building being demolished and transformed into a shopping center. Howard Johnson's Restaurant. Howard Deering Johnson founded it in 1925. This well-known location gained popularity among Americans very fast and is a must-have on road trips because of its vivid orange roofs. Howard Johnson's eateries were dispersed throughout the highways, providing comfortable rest stops for weary travelers. Comfort food abound on the menu, with items like ice cream sundaes, crispy fried chicken, creamy milkshakes, and juicy burgers. For those who were traveling far from home, it was the ideal stop. As it grew into hotels known as Howard Johnson's Motor Lodges in the 1960s and 1970s, this restaurant chain rose to become one of the biggest in the U.S. Howard Johnson's had to contend with fierce competition from fast food restaurants and shifting consumer tastes. Highway's detrimental effects on roadside dining also played a part in the permanent closure of several Howard Johnson's eateries. Even if it's no longer as popular, travelers from the 1970s still have positive memories of it. Victoria Station. Dick Bradley, Robert Freeman, and Peter Lee founded it in 1969. With rail train cars serving as dining rooms, this restaurant was created with a passion for rail travel. Let's talk about elegant dining now. Burgers, seafood platters, and tender steaks were available at SLT Train. They also had a salad bar, which is a favorite among salad enthusiasts. The atmosphere of Victoria Station set it apart from other eateries. Everyone soon came to love this restaurant because of its distinctive ambience, which had a unique idea. The old train cars that had been turned into comfortable dining areas were popular. The mood was perfectly set by the soft booths and low lighting. Without all the noise, it was like traveling back in time to the golden age of rail travel. This restaurant chain reached its zenith in the U.S. in the 1970s when 100 new locations opened. The baby boomer generation adored it, and today's kids would have been drawn to its appealing aesthetics. But 1992 saw the disappearance of Victoria Station, as with all good things. Financial constraints and economic difficulties in the U.S. led to the closure of this lovely restaurant. Steak and ale. Americans' appetites and hearts were captured by this chain of steakhouses. Norman Brinker founded Steak and Ale in 1966 in Dallas, Texas. His goal was to open a reasonably priced restaurant where patrons could unwind and savor mouth-watering steaks. Thus, he devised the concept of Steak and Ale. The focus of Steak and Ale was on cooking meals in a traditional manner. This place served crisp, fresh salads and thick, juicy steaks with butter-baked potatoes. There was a renowned salad wagon there, a moving cart filled with a variety of salad ingredients and dressings. Customers could put whatever toppings they desired on their salads. Steak and Ale was well known for its tasty food and reasonable prices. People favored it as their special occasion dining venue. Despite its delicious food, Steak and Ale eventually vanished from dining history after going bankrupt in 2008. Trader Vic's. Victor Jules Trader Vic Bergeron Jr. founded Trader Vic's in 1934. In California, he opened this quaint little business. As soon as you walked in, you were taken to a world of flavors, colors, and island vibes. There were several Polynesian dishes on the menu. Among many other things, it served cocktails in tiki mugs and tender ribs coated in zesty barbecue sauce. They had a special beverage on the menu called the Mai Tai, which was created by Trader Vic's celebrities and other prominent people frequented the restaurant as a way to get away from their everyday lives. Trader Vic's delicious food, cocktails, and atmosphere quickly made it a mainstay of American dining culture. The tiki craze of the 1950s and 1960s subsided, tastes changed, and the chain started to contract in the 1980s and 1990s as fewer young people could relate to the restaurant's theme and style. There are only 3 Trader Vic's locations operating in the U.S. as of 2024. Le Peep. Bill Ike, the late husband of Kathleen Ike, opened Le Peep as a breakfast and brunch restaurant in 1988. They set up a small eatery where patrons could have breakfast in a friendly environment. Le Peep gained popularity among people right away. Everyone enjoyed its delectable breakfast menu, which included favorites like pancakes, omelets, and crepes. There was something on the menu to suit every taste. The freshly brewed coffee in bottomless cups kept diners coming back for more. The location was well known for its exceptional hospitality. With several flagship locations, Le Peep kept gaining ground on new breakfast-loving generations across the country. Public health regulations posed serious challenges for Le Peep after 34 years of success. Notwithstanding these challenges, the brand is still in operation, with affiliated stores opening all over the United States. It's crucial to remember, though, that the original Le Peep location has closed and that its once dominant popularity has gradually declined. This change emphasizes how important regulatory compliance is for established companies as well as how dynamic the restaurant business is. The Magic Pan. The Magic Pan felt like a welcoming little place where the aroma of freshly made crepes wafted through the air. Lo and Paul Atono, immigrants from Hungary, founded the Magic Pan in the 1960s. When the Magic Pan first opened its doors in San Francisco, California, it became well known for its unique take on crepes. They served a variety of mouth-watering crepes, such as spinach mushroom and chicken Devon, in addition to traditional favorites like crepe Suzette and strawberries with sour cream. The metal pans were heated by a motorized conveyor, and a worker dipped them in crepe batter. The thin crepes sizzled and a strong aroma filled the air. The Magic Pan's distinctive automated crepe-making system increased its allure. The Magic Pan opened new locations across the nation. But when the Quaker Oats Company bought Magic Pan from the Otomos in 1970, it became their main restaurant chain. The Magic Pan brand was revived in 2005 when Let Us Entertain You Enterprises opened a fast food crepe stand in Northbrook, Illinois. Recreated recipes pay homage to the original, but this version lacks the crepe maker that was a defining feature of the original chain. The Velvet Turtle. David Talach opened the chic restaurant The Velvet Turtle in 1961. He aimed to create a welcoming and pleasurable dining environment. The Velvet Turtle served traditional American fare. Its menu featured everything from delicate filet mignon and soft prime rib to ethnic seafood dishes and sweet desserts. Each dish on the menu was meticulously prepared with love and care. The Velvet Turtle was incredibly well-liked by the public. It was a popular destination because of its reputation for providing excellent food and service. But this restaurant chain's ownership shifted in 1986, and in the 1990s, it finally closed. Red Coach. And entering the Red Coach and felt like visiting a classic red brick inn located in a town corner. Charles Peabody and William Shaw founded the eatery in 1923. The aroma of freshly made meals and the cozy glow of candles welcomed you as soon as you walked through the door. American comfort food classics were served at the Red Coach Inn. Among many other things, it served mashed potatoes, pot roast, and steaks. The restaurant served unique sweets like freshly baked fruit pies and chocolate cakes. A popular destination in its heyday, the Red Cochin was praised for its superb food and service by both locals and visitors. It was known for its warm atmosphere and delicious food, making it the perfect place to celebrate special occasions. Nonetheless, the Red Cochin's appeal has decreased nationwide as a result of changing customer tastes and developing trends. In spite of these obstacles, the establishment continues to operate, unwavering in its dedication to providing for its clients and upholding its tradition of hospitality. York Steakhouse. The aroma of sizzling steak filled the small but cozy York Steakhouse. The popular restaurant York Steakhouse was established in 1966 by Eddie Grayson and Bernie Gross. It was well known for its mouth-watering steaks. There was a juicy sirloin, a tender filet mignon, or a substantial hamburger on the menu to suit every palate. For many years, the restaurant was well known for its buttery dinner rolls and creamy mashed potatoes. York Steakhouse continued to be a huge hit, drawing in crowds of friends, family, and couples looking for an enjoyable meal at a reasonable price. This restaurant's popularity began to decline in the 1980s, and by 1989 it had closed several of its locations. The Roundabout. The air was filled with the aroma of freshly popped popcorn. Cozy booths and chairs by the bar filled the space. In 1969, Howard Johnson founded it. The menu at the Ground Round set it apart from other restaurants. It included a wide variety of items, such as crispy chicken tenders, juicy burgers, and appetizers. Bottomless popcorn, a complimentary treat provided by the restaurant, enticed customers to come back for more. With its reasonable costs, welcoming atmosphere, and helpful staff, it immediately became a popular place for informal dining. However, the Ground Round experienced a downturn at the same time as many other fast food restaurants. Nearly half of the Ground Round franchise's eateries closed suddenly after the company filed for bankruptcy in 2004. Due to their incomplete recovery from financial crises, only 2 or 3 of the locations are currently open for business. Hula Hand. Paul Robinson and Joe Gilbert established Hula Hands on April 1, 1972, in Kansas City's Country Club Plaza. The two restaurant owners had a deep love for designing warm environments where guests could unwind and savor delicious cuisine. The restaurant served traditional American fare with a contemporary flair. There were plenty of options on the menu, including flavorful pasta dishes, fresh salads, and steaks and burgers. The venue catered to groups of friends and family, offering a selection of beers and signature cocktails. The more Hula Hands restaurants opened across the U.S., the more popular the chain became. The original Hula Hands restaurant closed in November 2002, though, and over time, 60% of the chain of restaurants became franchised. Beefsteak Charlie's. Larry Ellman, a visionary who sought to create a dining experience unlike any other, founded Charlie's in 1976. The menu featured a wide variety of foods, including succulent steaks, juicy burgers, mouth-watering seafood, and crisp salads. The salad bar at Beefsteak Charlie's was its most well-known offering. It quickly became the country's favorite salad and was like a paradise for salad lovers. After a merger agreement with Bombay Palace Restaurants, the restaurant gradually lost its character. There were just 2 chains left in 1992. While one restaurant was converted into Joe Franklin's, the other was closed. The original eateries are still closed today. That's all. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and let us know in the comments about other outstanding restaurants from the 1970s that faded into history.